Anyone who reviews Last Alert will immediately draw attention to one very important fact. The cutscenes before and after each stage are extremely cheesy, with horrible dialogue and even worse voice acting. But you know what? In some strange, sick way, I absolutely love it. Now, not in every game, mind you, and the TurboGrafx had its share of clunkers, but in Last Alert, the game never seems to take itself too seriously, and these cutscenes really help to accentuate the mood. From the very beginning, it is absolute cheese, and I spread it on a cracker and eat it up. Now, one area not often mentioned is that the cheesiest, most laugh-inducing parts of this wonderful abomination of voice acting actually takes place before the boss battles. The boss likes to taunt you in some way, and it's so bad, it's hysterical. For example,
Hee hee, guy, I'm gonna destroy you!
Absolute classic. So, what is this Cheese Fest city all about? Well, even before the title screen appears, there is a fun and goofy cutscene to fill you in. In a nutshell, you play as Guy Kazama, a one-man army. You take on the most terrifying group of military misfits ever as you try to defeat an international arms syndicate led by the genius physicist Dr. Garcia. Garcia, along with a group called the Force Project, is attempting to take over the world. The story actually unfolds itself over 6 missions of play, which is kind of rare for a straight-up action game. Not that it's the most amazing story, mind you, but it's kind of fun to follow along with nonetheless. To prepare for his dangerous mission, Guy arms himself in a great homage to Rambo. Epic.
Guy Kazama, you better watch what you say to me! I'm really quick on the trigger!
Each stage begins with a little map revealing Guy's current location and mission. While most of Last Alert tends to be a blow everyone away and get to the end boss kind of game, there are some interesting side missions to keep it a tad unique, such as setting all the charges in a hangar, or rescuing hostages strewn about the stages. Guy moves up in rank and in type of weapon as the game progresses. His rank begins at Ranger, and then beefs up slowly to Sharpshooter, Tank Buster, Metal Soldier, and finally Superhero, with many others in between. The more enemies you take down, the closer to an increase in rank you'll get. Moving up in the world also awards Guy with an extra notch on his health bar. You know, it's very fulfilling for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Guy's first weapon is a puny little pea shooter, but eventually upgrades are given. I normally like equipping the Uzi. That is, until I can snag myself a spread shot. Always a favorite of mine. Guy can also pick up special weapons, including flamethrowers, missiles, side options, and disc launchers. These, along with energy replenishment packs, are often left behind by enemies or are just laying there nicely for you to find.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you made it safely. Now it's time for you to die.
There are numerous stages within stages. As a result, there are a ton of end bosses tossed all over the place. Most of them are human, and most of them are not much of a challenge. Obviously, Guy does the deep 6 after his energy bar reaches 0. The stages are also timed, and I did run out of time once as I desperately searched for the final hostage in order to reveal the exit. So, Guy passed away then as well. You only get 1 life in Last Alert, but the game continuously saves itself into the internal memory as you defeat each stage, so you just select Continue from the main screen and off you go to fight another day.
Guy Kazama, if you don't want the hostage killed, you should keep quiet.
Guy, the stealth bomber is in the back of this factory.
The graphics in Last Alert are kind of a mixed bag. On one hand, the animated sequences all have nice detail and are pretty fun to watch. On the other, the in-game characters are all kind of small and look rather plain and puny. Luckily, there is no hint of slowdown, even with a ton of enemies on screen at once. The terrains and enemies don't really change much graphically, but Guy does traverse through many different areas. The little things, such as Guy changing clothes to correspond with the cutscenes that came before, are nice touches. In the end, there is always one graphic you can always look forward to no matter what. Exploding chickens. Yeah! As with almost every TurboGrafx CD game, the music in Last Alert is awesome. This was my first CD game, and it was quite exciting back then to hear the CD quality music blasting through my stereo. The rest of the audio is comprised of speech, of which there is a lot, and very few in-game sound effects which seem dulled and easily drowned out by the music. Guy's control is pretty accurate, and switching weapons by using your menu is quite easy to pick up. When you hold the fire button down, Guy will freeze in the position he is shooting, although you can still move him around. This makes it a bit easier to aim, but depending on the weapon you choose, the timing of the bullets exiting the weapon can sometimes make picking off multiple enemies difficult. It's often just easier to shoot one bullet and pick off enemies one at a time.
I'll burn you to death with these flames. How do you want it done, rare or medium?
Obviously, the limitations of these early CD games did have some flaws. The loading times are often painful to sit through, especially between the cutscenes. The actual gameplay could have easily fit onto a regular cartridge, and if not for the music and cutscenes, you'll sometimes forget you're playing something that is supposed to be super advanced for the time. Oh, and here, is she speaking telepathically? Her lips aren't even moving.
You don't have to say any more than that.
She didn't say anything. Oh well, in the end, I really enjoy Last Alert. If you like action games, and in between blowing everyone away, you can just sit back, relax, laugh, and not take it too seriously, then this game is a must for you.
Hey, Guy! Let my baby Betty throw you a kiss!
You're some weirdo naming your helicopter.
With a hero who can respond with that much wit, how can you go wrong? Last Alert is an overhead run-and-gunner that seems average at best lengthwise when you first begin the game, but as you progress, you'll find that it literally is pretty long, and you won't beat it in just an hour or so. For an action game like this, that's pretty rare. While it will eventually end, the number of times you will laugh at the cheesy dialogue or goofy voiceover is totally worth it. Plus, again, I still think it's a pretty fun little action game that never took itself seriously in the first place. So why should you?